Hello. Let me put this in full screen. Okay. Hello. So today we're gonna be doing a double feature. We're gonna play, or I'm going to play milk inside a bag of milk and milk outside a bag of milk. Now, I'm doing this because the Steam page for these games says that they're a psychological horror, so they are scary, supposedly. Well, I mean, not like scary, but psychological horror. Now, I actually don't know what these games are about. I've only heard people say like, "Oh, these games are pretty cool," or "They're really good," vice versa. So, let's see. Are these games as good as they say? Help me buy milk. What is your name? Write down your name. Okay, we'll just do the first one. Let's type my whole thing. I walked down the road to the store and rehearsed my speech. It's been so long since I've been out of the house that I completely forgot what words to say when entering a store. I'm going to the store. Who are you talking to? Shut up and go already. Let's go first option. I'm imagining as if I were a character in a game. What if it helps me gather my thoughts? What game? Well, you know. There are games where you can see the character's thoughts right on the screen, you know. So I thought, if someone is reading my mind, I need to be very focused so I don't blurt out too much, haha. I take a deep breath of air. Hello, can I... Crap, I forgot. 19th attempt, and I'm failing again. I bite my lip in frustration. So, once again. Hello, can I get... Wow, that's a whole word more! Thank you, I'm trying my best. I think this time the L sound was longer than usual. You think that's it? Who knows? Hello, can I wish I hadn't said anything. Haha, loser! Let's not be mean. Don't worry. Okay. By the way, you've been walking with your left foot on the pavement and your right foot on the grass for a full minute now. But what? My right foot is frozen in the air. How much? 50 steps on the pavement and 51 in the grass. You have to undo the previous step. Hee hee hee. How do you imagine that? It's not the first time this has happened. You've been taught the right way, haven't you? Come on, you're so stupid. Damn! Why are these choices so mean? I don't remember. I'm ready to burst into tears. Here we go again. So, step 1, take a step back to get your foot exactly in your own footprint. Wait a minute, what do you mean step 1? What then? But it's already the 52nd. Or wait, I'm going backwards, so then it's the 50th? It doesn't add up. Okay. Step 50, take a step back to get your foot exactly in your own footprint. Could you rephrase it just a little bit? You can't just repeat a phrase without changing at least one word. People don't talk like that. You're hopeless. You make it sound like it's my fault. The store closes in an hour, so you'll be very guilty if you don't buy milk. Damn, really? Well, are you ready? Hell yes! I carefully move my foot backward, looking carefully into the dense grass. As I enter the store, I turn to the first person I see. Hello, can I... Oh. Excuse me, what? 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 Oh. You shouldn't have done that. He's obviously not going to change his lines. You run the risk of ending up in an endless loop. Excuse me, what? Oh. Excuse me, what? Oh. Excuse me, what? What? Oh. What is he trying to tell you? He's trying to scare me, but how does he know that I'm terrified by the letter O? What's so scary about it? I have a frightening image when I picture it in my head. I can show you. Explaining won't be enough. Something like that. So I'll just continue to ignore his question. What? 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 Ah. Scared me. Oh. What? Oh. I gather all my will into a fist. Oh? Oh! I got an achievement? Oh. My interlocutor? Interlocutor? Shook and crawled away. You just repeated after him. And it worked. Do it more often. Wait, I said he crawled away. Did he really crawl away? I mean, I didn't even look in his direction. When exactly did you say that? Just now. Personally, I didn't hear it. You're just trying to distract me. I know that my words were shown on the screen. I'm standing by the shelves. On the rack, there are bags of milk. We both stand, and the milk lies? Or maybe... Hey, slow down. Do you even remember why you're here? To buy milk. So buy it. Right here? What do you expect me to say? I guess something like, not here? I mean, where else would you buy milk? You're getting on my nerves. Not here, take the bag and go to the cash register. I guess the first sentence. And you, as if out of spite, didn't pause before the second one. You want to rob me of my little victories. I sigh and reach out to take the milk. Or rather, the bag with the milk inside. Get it? Because it's called milk inside a bag of milk. Oh my god, that's the name of the game! Or rather, a bag of milk inside a bag. Or rather, a bag of milk inside a bag of milk. Or rather, a bag of milk inside a bag of milk inside a bag. Or rather, a bag of milk inside a bag of milk inside... Come on! 15 minutes before the store closes, hurry up. I remembered what these games are called, visual novels. And by the way, numbers are written there in full, with letters. Are visual novels worse than books? But the authors are not lazy, so don't get lazy either. Wait, I thought only your thoughts were visible on the screen. Not anymore, so watch your mouth, hee. Ahem. Anyway, you heard me. Hurry up and you'll get it at home again. I'm on my way. Hello, can I get some milk, please? Whoa. You have it. Give. I put a weighty bag on the register. Of course, not just the bag, but the milk too. Can I have it, please? No. Please? No. But please, Mom will throw me out the window if I get back without milk. No. But why not? Give more. But I don't have anything else. Hey. What? They hate you. You are pathetic. Paid for the milk. Really? What would I do without you? I take a crumpled bill out of my pocket and hand it to the cashier. He starts to carefully examine it. It took about 2 days before he nodded contentedly and put it in the cash register. Thank you, goodbye. I walked down a familiar street past a gas station. A bag of milk unpleasantly tugs at my hand, reminding me of the days when I was in physical therapy. By the way, they gave me a bag at the checkout, so now I'm carrying a bag of milk inside another bag. Don't think anything of it, I just love the pyramidal structure of verbal constructions. The gas station is getting closer. How are you feeling? Thank you for your interest. I feel like a mile-long bar of ice cream. What is that supposed to mean? As if I tell you, you're just a weirdo, but I'm really interested. Well, look, the ratio of water to milk and the volume of air occupied by me is about 30 to 1. And yeah, ice cream is not the best unless you want to drink more than eat. Anyway, the road from the store to the gas station is a stick, and the road from the gas station to home is ice cream. During today's walk, my body has been to every part of this path. Simple math. I see. I feel movement under my feet, asphalt grains, petrol stains. Petrol. I'm trying to keep my balance, and how do people move over something as uneven as the city plane? Gently, heel, toe, I count in my mind every meter of the path I walk. I even close my eyes for more concentration. Hey, watch out! Ah! I unconsciously take a sharp step to the side. At the same moment, a huge bear rushes past me with a wild screech. Hey, I'm walking here! I cast a reproachful glance at the swiftly departing giant. Its red eyes in turn look at me with mockery. Did you see that? How brazen. It was a truck. Oh, really? Although, if you think about it, are there bears with eyes on the back of their heads? You could have died. Come on, are you saying someone would seriously want to kill an innocent girl carrying a bag of milk? This world is a cruel and dangerous place. You're sick. Why are some of these choices so mean, man? I'm not in the world you're talking about. My journey continues. If you think about it, the road from the store has one interesting property. It adjusts to meet me in the most bizarre ways. When I am in a hurry, all the traffic lights turn off helpfully. When I feel like crying, a cloud appears over me and pours rain streams that hide my tears. Right now, I can feel a cloud slowly gathering over the top of my head. I'm sad. Are you sure this is really happening? What else could it be? Has it ever occurred to you that it's all just in your head? Don't say that. You know what? What? Since I'm a character in a visual novel, I want to talk to whoever's reading this right now. Me? If you say so, it could hurt your recovery. Recovery, huh? Well, our main character did mention about being in physical therapy. You know what? If you say so. I forcefully squeeze my head with my hands and place a thought block. Out of the corner of my eye, I notice a small bench, the perfect place for cliched visual novel monologues. I move closer, place a noticeably weighted bag of milk next to it, and raise my head to the sky. Listen. I'm a little embarrassed, haha. I realize that I'm going crazy. The medications are becoming less and less effective, so... Ultimately, things will happen painlessly, I hope. Do you know what I'm talking about? Please capitalize it. You're ruining the narrative. Oh, I'm fucking sorry. Really? I must be nothing like the model protagonist at all, huh? To be honest, I haven't read many visual novels. Sometimes I regret it, because now it costs me a lot of effort just to distinguish between letters and words. By the way, if you don't mind, I'd rather not name my diagnosis. Let at least you be the one who sees me for who I am. Even though I made you up. Don't take that away from me, okay? Don't ask me for too much. How stupid does this all seem? From the very beginning, you've been following me, reading my delusional thoughts, hearing my silly conversations. I must seem crazy and weird to you. Haha. What is it like to see the world through my eyes? Ever since, something happened, all I see is red blood everywhere. No, don't worry about me. I got used to it a long time ago. Admittedly, I even forgotten what other colors look like. Come on, haha. Those monsters from the store, they didn't scare me at all. After all, I know they won't hurt me. Sometimes I think that they themselves are afraid of me. Can you imagine that? By the way, if you want to ask me what happened, please don't. Promise? Really? Of course, you couldn't help but ask. In the end, I'm just talking to myself. Sooner or later, I would have brought it up. I just said yes! Like, yes, I won't ask. Okay, whatever. Maybe you don't have a choice. So you're really that interested in what happened to me? I won't waste time. What do you see? Red. Anyway, this is my dad. Yeah, I guess so. Some of his parts, at least. We do have a very difficult family. But despite all the problems, I never would have thought... Sorry, I shouldn't have raised my voice. Anyway, he jumped out the window and died. This is my last memory. And a long gap. Strange, very strange. Today's the first time I've ever been able to buy something in a store without a major incident. Of course, the medicine helped me, however. I think it's more your merit. I kept thinking, we mustn't screw up in front of the reader, or, oh my god, what will he think, haha. What will he think? How do they know? How do they know I'm a guy? I don't know why I decided to become a visual novel character for the sake of going to the store today, but it clearly paid off. Thank you. By the way, it seems to me there are some boundaries in our communication. That's how I like it, haha. Oh, I literally removed it, okay. And yet, I've been so sad lately. I've been thinking more and more about what my life has become ever since my dad. Well, you know. Day after day, it's the same thing. I've tried so many medications that I hardly feel any difference between them anymore. As long as they help keep me on my feet, I'm happy, haha. But you know what? Today is a special day because I have you. There's so much Oh, that scared me. That was very rude of you. Oh no. I'm not going to press you. I'm just advising you to go home. I understand. Well, dear reader, shall we go? Okay, so I guess the inner voice is a separate character? How interesting. When I get to my floor, I hang over the railing. Repeating this action every day, like a ritual, I stopped being afraid of heights altogether. A few minutes ago, the effects of the medicine finally wore off, so I just enjoy the blissful silence. When I'm under the influence of drugs, terrible and unpleasant melodies sound in my head, mixing with the sounds of the world around me. They create a terrible dissonance inside my head. I turn around and go to my apartment. Ooh, hello. Did you bring the milk? Hi, Mom. Did you bring the milk? Yes, Mom. Did your new medicine help? Yes, Mom. Go to bed. Yes, Mom. Milk bot! Okay, so I guess that was one ending? Question mark? Hold on. Make it the, Okay, so yeah, there's one more achievement. I'm guessing... This game's pretty short, so I guess we'll just do it. So I'm guessing the other achievement is... I guess being mean. So I'll just kind of skip this because... We'll just be mean. Shut up and go already. Hey, aren't you supposed to help me? Get a deep breath of air. Hello, can I... Crap, I forgot. 19th attempt, I'm filling in and bite my lip. Okay, that's all the same. Call her a loser. Don't insult me, please. And then the left foot, right foot. You're so stupid. I'm sorry. Looks like Dennis doesn't help me at all. I guess I'll try something else next time. Yo, my bad, home slice. Again. I hope we can do it this time. So I wonder if anything changes. Who the fuck is calling me on my phone? Man, leave me alone. I am curious if anything new happens. Doesn't look like it. But let's just go through it quickly. And then Scary O. And then a Mr. Cash Register. Give. No! Okay. So what happens if I say no this time, you know? So what if I say it could hurt your recovery? I don't care. Do you hear me? I forcefully squeeze my head with my hand to place the thought block. Okay, and then same stuff. Let's see. What if I say no? No. Well, I'm not really surprised. It must be nothing like the model protagonist at all, huh? Okay, that's all the same. No. Promise me. Of course you couldn't help but ask. So what if I say dad this time? Dad. Anyway, this is my dad. Some of his parts at least. Okay, seems like there's no real difference in dialogue. Hello, mother. And then that's it, yeah? Okay. Okay. Ooh. All right, well, that's milk inside a bag of milk inside a bag of milk. Okay, you know, short and sweet. Definitely a little unsettling. Um, I guess what can I say? Definitely an interesting game. Um, I think let me think about it for a bit, and I'll talk more after I do the second game. So you know, uh, we'll do the sequel. This game contains flashing images and touches on heavy topics. Take care. Save menu. Nice. Whoa, I was not expecting a whole ass cutscene. Okay. Hold on, let me lower the audio a little bit. Just an easy bit. Okay. And then I kinda need to use the restroom, huh? Let me go do that really quick as well. Man, that's crazy. I did not expect the budget to increase so much that we got like an actual like cool like animated cutscene. That was really cool. Anyways, let's start the sequel slash maybe remake. I'm curious if this game is like a basically just retelling of, you know, the first one, but, you know, more expansive. I don't know. We'll find out. Uh-oh. I'm walking to my room, trying not to look around. Playful shadows dance around me here and there. They dash all over the walls, the ceiling. One of those shadows whizzes past me, touching my face ever so slightly. I smile and continue walking, paying it no mind. Sometimes, it's so easy to lose self-control and track of time, spinning in a joyful dance. But I'm in a bit of a hurry here. Mom told me to go to bed. I walk past the kitchen on the way to my room. The door is shut, but I can still feel the chilling air coming from the other side. My first thought is that there's a living corpse blowing into the keyhole, laughing mockingly. Ahahaha, that's so silly. I'm absolutely sure we have no corpses in our kitchen. I know for sure that we've never had any corpses in our kitchen. Corpses in our kitchen? I'm absolutely sure that... I break into a run and dash towards the closed door. The shadows intensify their chaotic dance. Are they trying to stop me or calm me down? I don't know. It doesn't matter right now. Don't you get it? I wave my hands around as I run, trying to chase away my annoying pursuers. Then I suddenly realize that I won't be able to stop in time. I've got no other choice but to break the door now. If there's somebody inside, I'll surely scare them to death. But wait, how can I scare to death someone who's already dead? What if it actually revives them? No, I don't want that. What do I do? I couldn't fully complete my thought when my shoulder hit the door and it flew open. As I expected, there was no living corpse inside, but there was a bag of milk I bought today. Sitting right in the middle of the table, watching me with its unblinking eyes. I stare back, nothing happens. Although, what exactly did I expect? Gratitude? Have I done something that warranted it? A bag of milk probably doesn't care whether it's on the shelf in a store or on the table in my mom's kitchen. On the other hand, nobody would drink milk inside the store, which means I took it from the safest place in the world into the scary unknown. I'm so sorry, you poor thing. Not the bag of milk, man. It's gonna get drunk. I turn away in shame and leave the room in a hurry. I only bring others trouble. I walk toward my room through a narrow corridor. Oh, hello, mother. I meet a familiar, formless creature at the door. It locks me in its clutches and starts sniffing every inch of my body like a hungry dog. I'm not struggling. I know it's useless. I just stay silent and endure its tight grip that stops me from moving. After sniffing me from head to toe, the creature holds out its ugly paws, bearing a single claw, thin and sharp like a blade. Again. I stare questioningly into the monster's bottomless eye sockets. Don't move. The creature squeezes my hand until my veins start bulging, and I just keep staring into the black cavities where its eyes should be, ignoring all pain. I've promised so many times. Stay put. The moment it says that, its claw pierces my arm. I don't feel anything other than the barely discernible crawling under my skin and the ring of tightly sprung sinews. But then the claw injects its venom into me. It hurts. A white veil appears in front of my eyes. My fingers cramp and start twitching frantically. I lose control over my body and slowly slide to the floor, just like last time, but why do I feel so hot? I feel my blood boiling up. Strong shivers run through my body, paralyzing every cell, while my veins and arteries heat up, almost bursting from the pressure. I try screaming, but instead of producing words, I vomit thick, milky foam. The creature notices it and throws itself at me in anger, grabbing me by the throat while keeping the poisonous claw in my arm. Kill me! Kill me! Hysterical screams resound through the corridor. In a fit of madness, the creature starts scratching my neck. Bright splashes fly everywhere, hitting the walls with a loud sound. I try to imprint where every drop fell in my memory so I could gather them all later. I need to remember. I need... A new wave of pain washes over me. Everything turns pitch black in an instant. Say it. I'll never drink milk ever again. Say it. I'll never drink milk ever again. Say it again. I'll never drink milk ever again. I'll never drink milk ever again. I finally get to my room. I'm so tired of all this fuss. Thankfully, I still feel comfy and warm in my room, even though the weird sounds coming from the outside don't make me anxious at all. Oh, let me take a second to lower the game audio. This game is really loud. Okay, there we go. That's a bit better. Maybe. Mom told me to go to bed, so I need to perform all the needed preparations. I've washed my face, and now I'm standing in front of the mirror with a toothbrush in my mouth. I look at my reflection. It shows absolutely no desire to sleep. Yeah, I get how you feel. And there was a time when the last minutes before I sleep were my favorite time of the day. I loved anticipating the inevitable moment when the reality and dream world would clash. I woke up for that moment's sake, lived through the day for it. My biggest dream was to sleep all day long. It would have been so cool, but the dreams always slowly but surely slipped away. As if somebody fished them out of my head, one after another, until nothing was left, and now I have to sleep again, even though I don't feel any need for it. After finishing with my face, I usually reach out for my pills. It's funny, but I have no idea how they work separately, since I always swallow them as a bunch without thinking. Now I want to have a better look at it, to twirl it between my fingers, to chew on it. I'd do anything to stall for just a little bit more time. A smooth, protruded red capsule is looking at me. It's covered in a murky, semi-transparent film, but I can still discern its contents. So what do we have inside you? I gently press on the capsule from both sides, and to my surprise, it turns out to be soft and switchy. I press harder and the capsule pops. Sticky, bright red liquid pours out. Filthy, filthy! The pill flies straight to the waste bin, and I start rigorously washing my hands. No, there's no way I'm drinking that. Next was a flat pill of the same blood red color. There were some letters printed on it. Oh, I get it. This is the medicine that makes me really sleepy, but it's not the type of sleep I want. That's not it at all. It's fake. No, no, no. I don't even want to look at it. The pill flies into the waste bin as well. The next half an hour goes by in a similar fashion. I study every pill from all sides, and then I find a reason not to swallow it. I invent my own medicine instead, and enjoy swallowing them one after another, letting myself drown in their healing effects. Hey, my neck doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my hand doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my head doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my heart doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my stomach doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my eyes don't hurt anymore. How come I didn't think of this earlier? This is so simple. I need to brag about it to someone right away. But now it's my mom. She'll just scold me. And she's sure I'm already sleeping anyway. I don't want to disturb her without reason. I'll think of something myself. Besides, I just really want some small talk. I wonder, who's going to be my conversation partner? Me, I guess. Hey. Hello. Hey, long time no see. Hasn't even been an hour, dummy. We're only supposed to meet once per day, right? Why does your voice sound so grim? Naturally, I've read the manual. Judging by the pictures, the overdose side effects are the usual headaches, dizziness, exhaustion. Basically, nothing I can't handle by myself. After all, now I know how to do it. You didn't reply. Aren't you even a little bit happy? Not even the slightest bit? No. I'm pretty exhausted after today. Well, I guess you are too. That's not true. You need to go to bed. No. You've been in control for way too long already. It's my turn now, alright? I'll just stay silent until the medicine's effects wear off. How about that? Hey, you can't do that. You need to do your best to make me feel better. That's exactly what I'm doing. What a bully. Actually, why am I even worried about this? In reality, I don't need you at all. Hmm? I'm so energetic and I feel great, which means I can do anything, and you can only watch and agonize over your uselessness. Hehehe, I can imagine how angry you are right now. Yeah, I'm all beside myself. What made you so happy all of a sudden? And why would I be sad? Remember yourself a couple hours ago. I don't know what you mean. Stop lying. Nuh-uh, I still don't understand. Whatever, unlike you, I won't forget that pathetic, snotty girl for a long time. She just whines and whines all the time. Don't even try ruining my mood. I want to have fun while we're together, alright? So you're the one calling the shots now. Yeah. Well, let's see how long you can last. We'll see, yeah. Am I really that pathetic? Say something. I can feel tears streaming down my cheeks, hanging from my chin and then falling on my clothes, burning holes in them. That was fast, but not unexpected. Hey, at least I tried. Go wash your face, then we'll decide what to do with you. I'm in front of a mirror again. I keep staring at my reflection, trying not to get distracted by the sneery looks the walls are giving me, trying not to drown in their giggling. But then me in the mirror also shows me a creepy smile, bares her teeth at me. I shut my eyes, but that doesn't help. It wouldn't have helped even if I sunk through the floor. I start counting in my mind. 2 squared, 2 by 2 squared, a squared pyramid squared, a pyramidal structure cubed, a pyramidal structure hypercubed. I feel better. But my head is splitting apart now. Sorry for being rude. It's not your fault. It's never your fault. Fine, you can keep blaming yourself. but don't overdo it. I don't know why, but I thought I'd be able to take control. I was almost ready to. I was sure I'd be able to change something. After all, I was able to buy milk, you know? Yeah, you ought to know how challenging it was. Is that why you threw away the medicine? What a stupid decision. Decision, right? Whatever it was your decision. Does it even matter? Yes. Somehow I find it hard to believe. And why did you do that? I felt like I'd be able to fight it on my own. It's true, the pain subsided for a bit at the time, but now I feel it triple in force. It hurts so bad. Just drink the medicine already or I'll stop talking to you. You know what to do. Dejected, I reach out for the shelf with my medicine. I swallow the pills one after another, chasing away the unpleasant visions that keep floating up in my memory. And yet, my mind still draws a terrifying picture. Lumps of coagulated blood and transparent coating traveled down my esophagus, scratching its soft walls, leaving behind furrows. I shake my head violently. I don't care if it makes me feel dizzy or worsens my pain, I just don't want to think about something so repulsive. You still haven't changed. What do you mean? You're afraid of being alone. This worries you much more than the pain. Yeah, I guess. I toss the last pill into the air and catch it with my mouth. I lie on the floor. I look at the ceiling. I can clearly hear water running in the metal pipes up there. I hear the cracking of concrete blocks that will someday surely fall on my head. But I'm not afraid of that at all. I can't imagine my death coming from above. Rather, it's rearing its claws from somewhere below, waiting for me to lose focus. Do you want to talk about it? No, I've had enough of talking. What do you want then? I just want to lie down for a bit. Even if the ceiling is bound to collapse, it won't be today. Let's just stay silent. I carefully extract thoughts that are yet to be fully formed from my head and lay them out on the ceiling in orderly rows. Now it's my corkboard. In hopes of seeing the whole picture, I switch them from one place to another, pile them on top of each other, scatter them around. In the end, I throw them off with my hand, annoyed, and start over. I can't do it. You can always imagine your thoughts as something small and swarming, like cockroaches? Ew, I hate cockroaches. Can I make them fireflies? I don't mind either way. I don't even have time to blink before my thoughts, they're fireflies now, start whirling all over the ceiling of their own accord, forming whimsical patterns. I can only observe them and wait for the right moment. It's just that moment doesn't come. The mocking sounds of flapping wings coming from the ceiling make me start losing my patience. Enough! I hate you! I spring to my feet and scream at the top of my lungs. The fireflies scatter. Good job. Now start over. No way. Unstable behavior makes you look bad. I don't give a damn. So that doesn't bother you? Should it? No, I don't think it should. A lot of people act like this, even normal people. Well, I should say quote unquote normal people. Because, you know, our main character is, you know, not, well, I don't want to say not normal. I don't want to be mean and say like, you know, they're crazy or whatever. You know, they're definitely having issues. Whatever. I'm just gonna be silent and try not to dig myself into a hole. Really? There's nothing shameful about snapping at someone if you have a reason for that. You did have a reason, didn't you? You'll surely get better, believe me. And now, start over. You're at it again. What do you mean? Never mind. And I've changed my mind anyway. Please don't stay silent for this long anymore. I'm having a hard time without your help. Fine. I raise my eyes to look at the ceiling once more. Sadly, all my fireflies seem to be hiding somewhere. I need to find them. Forget about them and go to bed. No. No, you don't get it. If I'm thinking about something, I need to finish my thoughts or else... I glance around the room. There are too many places for a creature as small as a firefly to hide in here. They can be anywhere. That was loud. Suddenly, I hear a deafening rumble. The clock just hit midnight. It's so late already, but I can't go to bed right now. Will you help me? Please tell me you'll help me. Come on, stop bullying me. You promised to talk to me. What were you thinking while lying on the floor? What do you mean? You should know it better than anyone else. That's the thing. I have no idea. This is weird. Will you tell me? I roll my sleeves and start rubbing my eyes intensely. They are so itchy. Why are you crying? My eyes are itchy. Did you drink milk? I wonder, if I tear out all my eyelashes one after another, will my eyes stop itching? I wonder, if I tear out all my eyelashes one after another, if I tear out all my eyelashes one after another, what have you done? I need to gather the glass, and then I need to have a bath, and then... Here, drink some milk. No! First death? Achievement, first death. I died and felt something. Okay. Not what I was expecting. I stand in the middle of the room, my mouth agape, gasping for air. I think I just experienced death. I don't know any other way to explain what happened. Well, that was surely something. Will you tell me or not? About what? Let's look for the fireflies instead. You're acting weird. Help me instead of running your mouth. I've already had enough adventures before bed. I need to gather my thoughts quickly and go to bed. My thoughts are hiding from me, ehehe. To be honest, I have no idea where to look for them. Me neither. I guess we'll have to tear the whole place apart. No, no, and no. If I make even the smallest of messes here, I'll feel really bad. All the things should stay in their places and that's it. Why? Are you trying to come up with a reason right now? You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. I don't and I won't. Alright then, so we need to find a bunch of tiny insects inside a mountain of junk without moving anything even an inch? Yeah. My oh my. I have an idea. Last time, becoming a visual novel character helped me achieve my goal. Now I want to become a point-and-click adventure game character. You know, those games have moments when you just look at different objects and something inevitably happens. It sounds so fun. And what about the things you use regularly? Do you refuse to touch them as well? It would make it even more interesting. This is so childish. You want to know what's the best part? You'll be the one doing it. Oh no. Oh yes. I start panicking as soon as I get in a multiple choice situation. I'll just keep changing my mind and end up crying and running away. Do you want that to happen? You're such a handful. You've already proven that you're able to make decisions. Why not continue on that road? Come on, don't be so boring. I was just teasing you. You don't have to bear the whole burden. Asking for help is a reasonable decision too. Let's begin already. I go to the middle of the room and look around. Where would I hide if I were a tiny firefly? Ah, this is so thrilling. My heart gets warmer from the pleasant anticipation. Hey. What? Look down. I look down. After a moment, a small ball of light and warmth crawls out from under my sweater. Wowie. Wowie. I carefully grab the firefly. It's pleasantly scorching to the touch. I put it on my shoulder. I'm sorry, little guy. Time to come home now. As if it were in order, the firefly slowly drifts up and circles around my head for a bit, then flies into my ear with the speed of a bullet. It tickles. One down. Let's look for the others. Yeah. Okay. I have an actual, like, point and click. Your usual notebook pages glued to the wall with duct tape, numbers are drawn on them. It's the only kind of information I can take in without trouble. Dosage and side effects? Yeah. I thought you know them by heart. Yeah. This is not your handwriting, isn't it? Of course it's not. Shaky, broken lines, ugly numbers. It's not writing, it's more like claw marks. Don't forget to thank your mom. I don't need your advice. My scream makes the pages rustle restlessly. After a moment, a firefly appears from underneath one of them. After looking around in a business-like manner, it takes off into a business-like flight and ends up entering my business-like ear. Hey. Let's continue searching. The umbrella emanates a faint sense of coolness. No wonder it's the only thing that defends me against the thunderclouds that gather under my ceiling. It's such a blessing that it can do it without my help. Still, a firefly won't hide in a place like that. It will catch a cold and be unable to fly. You don't want to check it? Alright, let's continue searching. Why? I'm sure we won't find anything there. This is my sketchbook. Half of its pages are blank, which means it'll still be good for a couple years. You draw that rarely. Why? Isn't that obvious? If I run out of pages, I'll have to buy a new sketchbook. I can't get to the stationery store on foot. I'll have to take the bus. You even realize what kind of nightmare that can turn into? Maybe you can ask your mom to buy you one? Buy what? Ask whom? Can you even form coherent sentences? Don't play dumb. Ask your mom to buy you a notebook instead. Instead? So you want me to perform a string of actions, but you're also telling me to do one instead of another? Then how would I decide which action to take? You're so dyslexic. Man, you're a tough case. You lack empathy. Is that my fault? I get closer to the sketchbook, stepping over the wires, the sleeping bag, the cracks in the laminate, and window's reflection. Sketchbook is lying on the stool. For my height, it seems like the stool is missing 2 legs. I squat and look again. All the legs are in place. Will I be able to think of an interesting allegory? Oh, let's not go there, okay? I stand up and study the sketchbook from the inches away. Its pages are pure white. The last drawing is buried on the previous page, the way it should be. Too bad. I'd love to see it. Maybe next time. A sudden gust of chilly wind breaks into the room and makes the pages rustle. Oh no! I shut my eyes. A distinctive sound of pages turning echoes with headache in my head. I know what's going to happen. The rustling has stopped, even though the wind is still howling from every direction. It can only mean one thing. The notebook is open on the first page. If I wait a little longer, the wind will close it. I won't have to look. If I wait a little longer... Wait. Open your eyes. No. It's okay. Just do it. No, wait. I know you're lying. Calm down. No. Calm down. Calm down. No. Calm down. No. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Fine. I open my eyes with utmost caution. The notebook is still open in the middle. No drawings. Nothing. The pages are still pure white. Did I imagine it? I don't know. Did you? You're the smart one here. You tell me. Next time, don't close your eyes. What did you... I couldn't finish speaking because the pages started moving again. Don't close your eyes. Don't make me do it. I'm scared. Trust me. The rustling grows louder. The pages lift up. I can almost see the outlines of drawings on previous pages. No way. Everything that is in that past should stay in the past. You couldn't convince me. That's it. I'm closing my eyes. Look there. A barely visible light seeps through the pages. With every new gust, it becomes brighter and brighter. A firefly. The wind immediately stops. For a moment, the world sinks into perfect silence, but only for a moment. The buzz that has always been haunting me fills the surroundings, but it doesn't matter now. Goodness gracious, little boy, you made me so scared. The firefly blinks, flies up and enters my ear, buzzing loudly all the way. It spends some time looking for the perfect spot on my head, but then its buzzing dies down. Phew. Are you okay? We're running short on time, so let's continue searching. I wonder what's in the sketchbook. Okay, there's a lot of stuff to check here. Got a little balcony. Can we go outside? Doesn't look like it. Got an air conditioner. Oh man, there's a lot of stuff. Okay. I don't think our main character likes us looking that way. I can't even click on it. Ominous. Hmm. I guess let's check out maybe what is this, like a laptop? I look at my laptop. I haven't touched it for years, so it's covered with a layer of dust as thick as my finger. A bizarre item. I fear it. Why? It's a long and boring story. Wonderful. Tell me about it. I insist. I don't remember how it appeared in my room. One of my parents probably brought it here because they couldn't find a better place for it. They didn't prohibit me from using it. On the other hand, they encouraged me to do so. Sure, I spent my whole days in front of the screen. Games, drawing, engineering calculator, 3D modeling. So much fun stuff to do. You had amusing hobbies. Yeah, I did, before entering the web. Imagine this. You're a hamster that lives underground. You have everything for comfortable living. Did you imagine? As always, your analogies are spot on. Okay, I imagined. Alright, so you're a hamster that lives underground. You have everything for comfortable living, okay? Okay. Wonderful, and here's the situation. You're a hamster that lives... Okay, I got it. Do you want to talk about something else? Yeah. You'll end up returning to that subject anyway. On one wonderful day, someone digs you up from your hamster house and brings you to the pet store. Now your new home is a cage. It's way more comfortable and warm compared to the underground. And the most important part, you have a lot of neighbors here. Their cages are identical to yours, and the other hamsters look identical to you, too. That means you are all the same. Apart from the fact they were born at that shop. You'll ask, what does that indicate? And I'll tell you, nothing at all. I forgot what I was talking about. Gosh. Okay, let's start over. This time, try to avoid stupid hamster analogies. You know I'm not at fault here. So. I had a lot of friends online. Tens, hundreds of them. Impossible to count. Is it impossible though? I had exactly 317 of them. Although, I guess nobody counts the exact number of hamsters when they walk into a pet shop. Hey, don't get distracted. Oh, right. From my 317 friends, 68 of them were into gaming just like me. 130 of them like drawing just like me. The remaining 119 were into calculators and 3D modeling equally. And when I say equally, I don't mean 59.5 friends on each side. Alright? You can split numbers evenly, no problem, but math doesn't work like that when it comes to friends. A major conundrum, right? Get to the point. I knew, of course, that no real people exist on the web. True! True. I also understand that all my friends die the moment I turned off my laptop. But I still wasn't even a bit worried. Why? Do you know what computer programs consist of? It's just a combination of numbers. Which means my friends are also numbers. Isn't that amusing? Not really. Why do you call them your friends? I mean, everyone who shares my interest is my friend, and I don't care whether they know about my existence or not. Anyways, as I was saying, every program has its own algorithm and purpose, its mathematical formula. And if you solve that formula, you'll be able to predict the program's behavior at any moment. The longer you speak, the less I follow. You don't need to follow me around, just listen. I sit on the floor and the laptop screen ends up right in front of me. The only thing reflected in it is my dim face. A web person is just a random picture and a random string of letters. Words and actions from the web person are just executable code. Hey, let me know if you need a break. One day, someone appeared. From that point, my laptop was always on. There are no real people on the web, but he was good at pretending. At some moment, I let him trick me. Hey, look! Huh? Suddenly, a firefly slowly crawls out of the laptop's vent grill. I reach for it, it gets on top of my palm, blinking all the while. I think it's trying to say something. I can see that myself, if only I knew what... Looks like a cipher, don't you want to crack it? I changed my mind, I have absolutely no desire to find out what it wants to say. The firefly stops glowing for a moment after that. Then it starts glowing again, as if coming back to its senses. For some reason, it thinks about the further course of actions, then flies up and dashes into my ear. Let's continue searching. And what about your story? You must be mad at me for interrupting you. I'm sorry. If you do everything right, I'll finish my story. Maybe. You promise? I promise. And if you forget, then remind me with a code word, for example. Oh. Achievement. Please forget it because I won't. Okay. What code word? I'll think of one later. And for now, let's keep searching for my fireflies. Finish searching. Well, she did say, let's finish searching, so... Let's look around more. It's not easy to get out of here. Scary. Are you serious? What's wrong? Just think about it. Why would fireflies be attracted to light? I think they're quite self-sufficient already in that regard. Well, only if they'd purposefully want to lower their self-esteem. I look up toward a very high place under my ceiling. I can hear a countless number of small legs marching inside the AC unit. Oh well. What happened? Fireflies can't be friends with cockroaches. We'd better look somewhere else. Why would cockroaches be there? Have you forgotten? You were the one who told me to think of my thoughts as cockroaches. Yes, but... They became fireflies afterwards, but cockroaches don't disappear just like that. So they occupied this place. Do you understand now? I do. And what are those? Ah, those. Those are the photos of my best memories. Or there's the photos of my best memories. But they're blank. I stared at them so intensely that I burned them with my eyes. Ehehe. Now they're just covering the cracks in the walls. Cracks? Forget it. Are we continuing the search or not? Or what? Okay, we are. Oh, yeah? Okay, hold on. Uh. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Break it down. I look down. My school bag, worn down and silly, is almost screaming of its own uselessness. From another angle, it looks like a full belly. Its contents are also regurgitating, decomposing, and turning into a sticky, mushy substance. What a cool image. I need to remember this. Totally not cool, senseless and cruel. Oh, this is totally not cool. Tell me, what's inside your bag instead? Nothing special, mostly just all sorts of books. I've taken out all the pens and notebooks out of there, and I'm not interested in anything else. You used to go to school, didn't you? Yeah, I did. I had a blast all the way. Are you sure you understood my question? Do you think everything in my life should be doom and gloom? Well, you're wrong. Alright, alright. What did you like the most there? Well, the rooms are really bright, not like at home. That's it? Don't rush me, let me remember. Well, the beds were also soft and the food was nice. By the way, I attended all the classes. The others always skipped. They probably got told off so hard. I smiled gently, absorbed in warm memories. You never graduated, though. Yeah. Do you remember your last day there? It was a normal day. Dad picked me up earlier than usual. He told me that I'm already too old for the school curriculum. I also realized that some time ago, the tasks were way too easy. Then we got into the car and went home. Mom greeted us there and we had dinner and went to our rooms. And then what happened? I don't remember. Does it even matter? Tell me about it again. Is your memory that bad? Please. Oh, fine. That day, Dad picked me up from school earlier, explaining to me that I need to grow up. It's not like I could completely grasp what he meant. Either way, I didn't resist. We got into the car and went home. Mom greeted us there, we had dinner together, and went to our separate rooms. Satisfied? You just keep going? It's kind of mean, but at the same time, I'm kind of curious, you know, because, there's obviously things to find out, but it's a matter of how far do we want to push our main character, you know? Because there's like a certain balance you kind of have to do, you know what I mean? With being pushy and just kind of accepting whatever information's given to you. You know what I mean? Let's do it one more time. Dad dragged me out of the school building while I was scratching and biting. The teachers didn't interfere. That scene was ordinary for them. Who knows what that little brat has done? Then he pushed me into the car and we drove home in complete silence. Mom greeted us there. We had dinner together and went to our separate rooms. Please, let's not discuss this further. No, you'll tell me again. Dad bought milk on our way home. Again. I hate milk so much. Mom was not home. Again. I hate Mom so much. What happened next? Suddenly, I feel someone's eyes on my back, knowing that these moments should never, ever be ignored. I turn around. But there's nothing there. What happened next? Everything that happened next happened after something that led to everything that happened after what had happened. I got an achievement. Hold on, let me see what it says. You're annoying. Try figuring this one out. Well, okay, damn. I look at my bag again, light pouring into the room through the windows, glint on the metal parts. Or glints on the metal parts, and there's also a shadow underneath it, which means it's real, sadly. Whatever, I don't care anyway. I almost end up kicking the bag in a sudden fit of anger, but I managed to stop myself in the nick of time. If I move it even an inch, the whole picture will collapse and I'll go blind. It has already happened countless times. What do you mean you'll go blind? I've spent months memorizing the location of every item in my room. That's why I can see them so clearly, oh my goodness. That's why I can see them so clearly and vividly. You won't get it. Look at your feet. I look down and see that a small insect is crawling toward me from my bag. It's barely glowing, and it can't even fly. I guess this firefly is really tired. I bend down to pick it up. The firefly starts glowing brightly as soon as I touch it, then it flies up. There you go, boy, good job. After doing a victory lap around the room, it flies toward me with high speed. I shut my eyes, anticipating the firefly to enter my ear. That's exactly what happens. After it gets inside, it buzzes for a little while, then goes silent. This one's kinda sad. I wonder why. It doesn't matter. What matters is that it's no longer alone. Sure, let's continue searching. Hee. What's so funny about that? I imagine myself being a firefly that's looking straight at a giant fan. And? I'd be so jealous. The only thing preventing it from flying is a cage it's locked in, and the cable. It's like an inmate if you think about it. It's so sad. Yeah. Let's continue searching. Okay, let's see, we did that. Did the umbrella. Let's see, so I can't click on anything outside, right? Anything else here? The radio. Thinking that the radio is tuned to some interesting channels. How about our little cabinet here? Or a nightstand? I doubt it. All the compartments are locked. What if? I don't even want to think about what's inside. Who knows what I'll end up imagining. Right, insects enjoy pollinating the flowers and stuff like that. Yeah, I guess. I get close to the flower shelf. I sniff around. The leaves smell of dust and cardboard and death. Yeah, those plants are long dead, right? I'm not sure a dead plant will be able to attract any insects. Well, we kind of don't have a choice here, you know? Still, you're right. Let's continue searching. Why don't you just throw them out? Aren't you listening to me at all? Okay, ready, number 3? I look at the alarm clock. Time continues its unstoppable flow. It's so late. Are you tired? You bet I am. I let out a theatric yawn and hold out my arms to the side. 1, 2, then I raise them above my head. 3, 4. Maybe a little workout will help me freshen up? Good idea. Do you remember the exercises you've been taught? I think so. I take a hesitant stance. What was it? Heels together, toes apart? Whatever, I'll go with that. Count down 5 minutes. Fine, you have a clock right in front of you, though. I can't look at its hands for too long. At first, I feel like they start moving in the wrong direction, then they disappear altogether. And then, things always get messy. Last time I saw a pair of eyes on the clock face. And also, I used to hear voices back in the day. They pleaded for help, I think? What a mess. Truly a mess. It was a mess, right? A mess. Well, are you counting down? My god, finally. What do you mean? I was trying to get through to you for a half an hour. Huh? Forget it. Did you see the firefly? Or did you see the firefly? No? Let's continue searching then. Okay. Hehehe, this is my sleeping bag. It's so soft and warm. I'm sure that no living creature would be able to resist the temptation to spend a minute or two inside. They'd want to dig deep into it with a couple of favorite items, close their eyes, and then... Hey, did you fall asleep? Huh? I gently slap my cheeks to return myself to my senses. Return myself to senses. It's already way past midnight. Usually I'd be sleeping like a log at this time, but right now I can't. Let's continue searching. Hey, maybe we'll find something inside. Nah, my thoughts don't have a feature of putting to sleep. Quite the contrary, they always cause insomnia, just like tonight. Okay. I tilt my head backwards and almost fall over. The closet is hanging under the ceiling, at least 300 feet off the floor. Are you joking? Even though it's my room, not everything here is for me to use. Whatever. I don't care. Yeah, I don't care at all. Like, totally. And I'm definitely not worried. Not even the littlest bit. Not even a smidgen of the littlest bit. Not even for 1,000th of a percent. That's how much I don't care. Hey, I'm not even done telling you how much I don't care. From this moment on, I'm ignoring you. Oh, no, you don't. Then act normal. I turn my eyes towards an inconspicuous shelf near the mirror. There's a glass with a toothbrush sitting on it, and a small towel is hanging nearby. What a wonderful sight. My fireflies are smart and good. They would never get in there. They know about personal hygiene. Okay, let's look somewhere else. I look at the amount of pills and it makes me feel dizzy. I don't want to think about it. I don't. What's wrong? I almost skipped my dose for today. How reckless, I could have died. You'll ultimately die anyway, so I worry. Hey, calm down. You've already fixed that. Yes, because you ordered me to. Is that an accusation? Things could have been much worse. Of course not. It was what saved me. Well, that's reasonable. I heave a deep sigh, come closer and extend my hand. Wow, it's warm. The moment those words leave my lips, one of the bottles overturns. Pills rain down from it, and along with them, a firefly, hooray! After circling above my head a couple of times, it finally lands on my palm. The firefly rushes up my arm, and upon reaching my shoulder, crawls straight into my ear. My mind becomes a bit clearer. Scared me. I get close to the waste bin and look inside it with curiosity. Pill packaging, notebook pages, and other garbage. Boring. There's nothing here. Indeed, no self-respecting firefly would hide in a heap of garbage. Can't disagree with you here. Is that everything? Seems like it. That from the radios. Of course, the, boxes that we can't touch here. What even are these? Are these supposed to be like cartons of milk? That's the only thing I could think of. I don't know. Seems like we're done searching though. Yeah. Okay. You found all the fireflies. Amazing. I guess. I've managed to gather my thoughts, but something still worries me. On the other hand, I wasn't supposed to be happy anyway. Why not? If I lose something and then find it, it's just going back to the starting point. No changes at all. A zero sum. And happiness is always about being positive, right? You shouldn't think too much, it hurts you. I want to sleep. How about you get some fresh air before sleeping? What do you mean? Well, go to the balcony, breathe in some air. Somehow those words triggered a panic attack in me. I subconsciously step away from the balcony. I don't think it's a good idea. Why? This may sound silly, but I feel like someone is watching me. There's no way somebody cares about you that much. Alright, let's stay here. Yeah. What are you going to do? What's with this silly question? I'm going to sleep, of course. Hoping that tomorrow will only come after a year or a decade. Imagining myself to be outside of my mortal shell, but at the same time, still being me. Ridiculous, like a milk outside a bag of milk, and yet... You don't have to talk out loud for me to understand that you're worried about me. I know that already. I also know that our time is running short. You won't take another pill. Of course not. In fact, I won't take it tomorrow either. And the day after tomorrow. And never ever. That's a goodbye then. No. I have one more small favor to ask. A really, really small one. What is it? I blurted out way too much today. A lot of stuff I want to forget forever. I don't blame you, but was it really necessary? You'll see tomorrow. No, I wouldn't be able to sleep like this. Fine, what's the favor? I nervously scratch my lips and bite on my lower lip. Wait a minute, you're afraid to tell me? Yes. I'm also scared that something bad might happen if I tell you. I'm also scared that when something bad happens, something way worse will happen. Stop, I get it already. Still, I won't leave you alone until you tell me. Bully. No, you. I crawl into my sleeping bag. The lower part of the room is very cold. I hurry to wrap myself in blankets, even though the electric heater is working hard to keep me warm. I'm sad because the dreams just won't come anymore. You won't believe me if I tell you how I dealt with it at first. Of course I'll believe you. I know, it was a joke. Well, anyway, I washed my face, brushed my teeth, lied down, and started imagining that I'm watching a dream. I didn't sleep at all, of course, and always looked sleepy in the morning. After a week of insomnia, I started feeling weird and seeing things. Letters floating in the air, strange silhouettes that appeared in the most unexpected of places, bulging eyes with trembling pale pupils. It was scary, you know? Then one day I almost died. I just collapsed in the middle of the room and couldn't move for a while. And then silhouettes, letters, and eyes were hanging over me and hissing. It was horrible. And well deserved, I guess. It felt like I was caught on the biggest lie in the world. Yes, it felt exactly like that. After that, I stopped. But the silhouettes, letters, and eyes stayed here. I guess they like this place. They always follow in my wake, peeping at me, and I'm kind of scared of them and can't even argue with them. But today, well, I still too scared to tell me. Of course, they're still listening, you know. Use your hands. Alright. I start chaotically twirling my fingers with enthusiasm, forming complex shapes. You want me to tell you a bedtime story? Shh. I was trying so hard here, don't you get it? They'll hear you. Relax, nobody can hear you. So, what do you say? I'd be happy to, but I have no idea how to tell them. Oh, it's incredibly easy. Just talk about something without stopping. Sounds silly, but it's not. And meaningless. You don't know what you're talking about. I know enough to realize that we'll just end up wasting time. Let's focus on something actually important. Boring. Fine. Close your eyes. Oh? Oh shit, going back to the first game. Hold on, let me read what that achievement was. You won't get it, you're not even trying. I wake up on a wooden bench. In front of me lies a narrow, dimly lit alley, an awfully familiar road. Where could I have seen it? Finally. Oh, hello. I hear a voice coming from the side. I turn around and see a boy with a weird expression on his face. You're late. Who are you? The boy blinks in bewilderment. We're not going anywhere like this. Try again. Then he takes a very deep breath. You are late. I stare at him, confused. He stares back, also confused. Sorry? The boy nods, satisfied. See? Much better. You have a name? My name's Tresca. I give the brat an evaluating look. He's so young, yet already coming at me with questions like that. None of your business. And besides, will anyone tell me what I'm doing here? Hey, that's rude. It's not like there's somebody else here besides me. Haven't they told you anything? I know all there is to know, for one. About what? You're obligated to escort me to the store. Tresca says that and then strikes a victory pose. No way I'm doing that. You do understand that refusal is futile. Well, aren't you full of yourself? I'm serious. I'm not the one who decided that. Do you think I'm delighted with your company? He's weird. Constantly shifting between happiness, sadness, loudness, silence. He's a wacko, and his name is stupid. Damn. I don't think it's that stupid. Are we going or what? You can go, and I need to think. I'd be happy to, but I don't know the way. Tresca puts on a cunning smile. I bite my lower lip in frustration. I'll be honest with you, I don't like you. He simply bursts out laughing in reply. I do like you, though. Then he grabs my hand without hesitation. I don't even have time to retort. Lead the way. Our trip to the store went fine, if not for the fact that Tresca was walking way faster than me. And on the other hand, at times he stopped abruptly and went backwards, studying the ground underneath his feet. In the end, the trip took a lot longer than it should. After reaching the store's doors, we were greeted by a sign. We are closing in 20 minutes. Who had the bright idea to indicate their working hours in this way? They probably have special staff for this. Someone who runs to change the sign every 5 minutes. It's convenient. Are you joking? Yeah. You're so annoying. It's much better than being boring. How old are you, by the way? None of your business. Ah. And what's your name? None of your business. I was ready to slap the living hell out of the brat, but a scary-looking man suddenly appeared behind the glass. He's holding a cardboard sign that says we're closing in 15 minutes. Let's go. What are you waiting for? Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. After another round of going across the long row of canned products, we realized that we're lost. I can't believe you don't know where they sell the milk. Maybe we should ask somebody for directions? Sure. Hey, wait up. Tresca lets go of my hand and walks confidently toward one of the few store's customers. That person is standing with their back to us, studying something on a shelf. Hello, can I can't hear neither the second part of his question nor the reply he gets. But my good-for-nothing friend freezes in place. Looking the customer straight in the eye, I hurry toward them. Is he yours? The customer talks to me. He speaks with disgust while wearing a scornful expression. If he's yours, please get him away from me. Yes, I'm sorry. I grab Tresca's hand and lead him away. He's still looking at the customer, his mouth ajar and eyes popped. He's also shaking. Only when we turn around the corner, Tresca calms down. What was that? I got so scared, he said... What? No, not again! Suddenly, Tresca starts screaming like crazy. I cover his mouth with my hand. His face is burning. He's crying. Can you act normal? You don't understand. Of course I don't. I don't understand anything. Annoying other people is still wrong, though. This is something you don't understand, it seems. You're mean, Sniff. Who, me? Tresca pushes me away and runs off. Uh-oh. Drat. At the edge of my vision, I see the store staff hang a new sign on the door. There you are. I meet Tresca at the cash register. Before that, I managed to visit the milk department after finding out where it was. Hey, you, move! I hear an angry voice coming from the other side of a long queue that is formed after Tresca. I squeeze through toward him. What happened? The boy doesn't respond. He just looks at his feet and sniffs. The cashier towers over him. There's a bag of milk lying between them. Is it yours? Yes. Just leave him home next time. People in the queue nod in agreement. Pay for the goods, please. Yes, of course. And the waiting fee. What? You heard me. I did, but that's unheard of. Tresca starts giggling all of a sudden. And for the fact that your son is a retard too. Youch. You don't gotta say that, Mr. Cashier. But you heard me. You know what? In a fit of rage, I throw a banknote to the cashier of much higher value than needed, even counting in all the stupid fees, then grab a bag of milk and turn around on my heels. We're leaving Tresca. We spend the whole trip back in silence. At some point, we ended up turning right towards a gas station. There, Tresca finally breaks his silence. Do you like ice cream? No. Okay. I look at the boy's face. A light flickers in his eyes for a brief moment and then goes out. You know, he turns away from the path and walks straight toward the highway with determination. I stare at his back, confused. He's about to get hit by a truck. It seems like you're not helping me at all. A new playful light flickers in Tresca's eyes. Milk outside a bag of milk, outside a bag of milk. Hold on, achievement. Good night. And then I think that's in a language I can't read. Okay, wait. Just ended? I feel like there's more. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that's kind of abrupt. Not only that, but there's also still more achievements. There's I got half of them, so can I see what the other ones are? No, they're hidden. Man, I don't really know what else I can do. I guess maybe just do like what I did in the first game, just like be kind of mean. I'm not sure. That was interesting. Okay. Oh, we still have 5 more achievements to get, which I'm assuming means that there's still more. Oh, I guess I missed a... Uh-huh. Okay, hold on. I'm looking at like a guide for the achievements. As a new game, let's try to get all the achievements and see what can we what we missed. Even if the ceiling is bound to collapse, it won't be today. Can you stay silent, please? I need to get my thoughts in order. Okay, so we have to do this one. Get our first death. Oh, the picture's different this time. That's scary. There's no way someone cares about you that much. Just for a couple minutes, okay? Alright, let's see what happens on the balcony. Probably nothing good. My apartment building looks like a bottomless cooking pot, but instead of soot, it has hundreds of concrete and metal boxes on its walls. There are lights on in the windows, there are muffled voices coming from the inside, the howling wind spirals up and splits into hundreds of independent streams. It seems like it wants to be heard by every person living here. It must feel so lonely, living in endless silence. Your apartment building is pretty weird, isn't it? I could see the horizon from my window before, and the building grew for miles in both directions. I guess at some point it circled around and closed on itself. Nothing unusual about that. How do you feel? I definitely feel. Sometimes that's more than enough. Still, you're anxious, aren't you? Of course, moreover, I'm completely terrified. Was it that obvious? You're looking in every direction, but not out. Ah, this? I've already told you, haven't I? About what? Ah, you know, small stuff. Can small stuff make you terrified? It's hard to explain. I climb up the metal railing and let my legs hang down. Hags? I say hags? My hags hang down? My legs hang down. I sneak short glances at the abyss from time to time. It replies with angry, cold breath. That's how we interact, like old friends. Sometimes I feel like the whole world pretends to be crazy. As if it's trying to make me believe in something that doesn't exist. That's weird, isn't it? Yes, but at the same time, it makes me feel a little bit happy. Everything around me was created for my sake, to deceive, trick, confuse me. If that's true, I guess I'm not so crazy myself after all. You believing in this is the definition of craziness. You're probably right. Another gust of wind blasts against the pot's walls, smashing the glass to dust and blowing away the concrete crust. I, on the other hand, feel a gentle breeze that only ruffles my hair. I still haven't come up with a code word. You're the one to remember your promise. You don't need a code word anymore. I don't like when this happens. I want to remember certain things only when I want to. Nonetheless, you've made that promise. And I'll keep it, but you need to keep in mind that from this moment on, every word will bring me pain. I bend down and imagine falling into the abyss. I have exactly 2 minutes before I meet my end. Oh. I had a friend online, my best friend, even though the combination of letters he used instead of his name wasn't that cool. Well, the combination of pixels he had instead of his photo was also boring and unattractive. This is so strange and wrong. Breaking the rules of being online. Why was he doing that? Maybe his code was a few lines short. I don't quite get what you mean. I could tell you about those rules. You can't find them anywhere, but I'm smart, so I figured them out myself. Although, I'm not sure if I should divulge them. Why? When I try to say what I think out loud, I tend to make mistakes. And if I make just a single one, everything that comes after contradicts my thoughts. And I end up with the opposite position. And I don't want that. According to that logic, it'd be better for you to keep your mouth shut forever. Yeah, that's my dream. Keep my mouth shut, never get up from bed, never see or hear anything. Just dream on and on. Oh, why is everything so terrible? Don't get distracted. So what was that about your friend? My friend? Ah, yes. He was brazen enough to... Come on, gather your thoughts. He somehow made me believe that he was real. He kept describing someone else's life to me in detail, as if it was him. And he expected me to do the same. And then I told him everything about myself without hiding a single thing. I grit my teeth. The wind whips my face without mercy. It slices my skin into uneven stripes, as if it's a piece of thin cloth. He knew more about me than anybody else in the world. You know what he did? Yes. Sending an army of bots to harass me was probably fun. And what's most important, it was a win-win situation. I spawn here and there, simple bits of code that are effortless to run. No wonder the algorithm assigns that pattern more often than the others from the list. Text and video generators get to work at the same time. My name surfaces on the web more and more. It's unbearable. Unbearable. From around every corner, every balcony, ceiling, attic, wall, I always feel many pairs of watchful eyes directed at me. And now they watch me from the screens too. But I'll put an end to it. I've decided a long time ago. Though, maybe I only decided that only. My body finally crashes into the ground, smashing into millions of tiny pieces like porcelain. It's my second death for today already. I'm cold. Let's go back inside. I return to my room. Thankfully, it hasn't changed one bit during the minutes I was outside. Without a second thought, I go toward my laptop and yank the power cable from the outlet. That's it. That's it. That's it. What are you going to do? What's with the silly question? I'm going to sleep, of course. And then that's all the same. Oh yay! Yay! We got an achievement. Oh, let me just. Oh wait, I have Steam up here. Achievement is second death. I died again and felt nothing. Okay. I don't know where I'm gonna cut this in the video because I had some shenanigans occur. So maybe I'll repeat myself in saying this. Okay, so basically I'm doing all achievements, right? Just because there's different endings to this game. I might have said that already, but I don't remember. But whatever. And I was trying to do one of the endings, but I noticed that my OBS was not capturing the right thing. So basically, whenever I tried to change the capture, OBS would just explode. So I basically didn't get to capture me reading most of the ending, so now I have to recapture it. But I was able to at least record myself reading most of the ending. I was able to record myself reading like the end of the ending, but I didn't get to capture myself reading like the first chunk of the ending. Does that make sense? Anyways, I just have to redo all this. It's very annoying. I don't know why OBS is exploding. Okay. I'm not going to touch anything on OBS. So if at any point it just stops showing anything, I'm just going to read and not touch anything because I don't want to have to re-record stuff. Hello, thank you for choosing our pizzeria. You know, this place is so empty, though I don't feel particularly good or bad because of it. I'm all alone, but at the same time, it feels like I'm not. There's a lot of thoughts in my head. They always keep me entertained. I can create a whole world with them, I'm sure it'll be able to fill the void around me if I try hard enough. Although, no matter how much I think, my surroundings don't change. Yes, things happened in my head, but they never left its premises. And it's not like I tried to suppress them. Maybe they were afraid to come out? What kind of pizza would you like to order? Anyway, there's so much space in my head that could be put to good use. So every thought would make a senseless and merciless circle in my head, destined to go back to where it started. But there should be an end somewhere. You can't wander around forever. What do you think? I know it sounds scary, but it's not scarier than constantly existing among the void. This place is safe, and nothing bad will happen here. Nothing good will happen either, though. Please note that we have a special offer right now. 3 pizzas for the price of 2. Yeah, there's probably nothing good in having the same thoughts over and over. What's the point of having them anyway? I could have escaped from here, but I feel like my thoughts aren't helping me at all. They should be ashamed, probably. It's nobody's fault that I can't even see a door here. I would have had it easier with one. I tried to find it. It turned out to be a waste of time. No matter where I look, it's not looking good. Pun not intended. And that strips me of the last bit of hope for salvation. We also have a discount program for new customers. You can learn more about it on your account page. Don't you think that me being here is also a waste of time? What's the point in that? I can just keep on thinking, and even then, my thoughts are as meaningless and empty as everything else. Does it mean that I'm not feeling the void, but am a part of it? Then, why should I feel anything? Why should I know that I exist? Although I'm not even sure about that. This place is always neither warm nor cold, it's neutral. But at the same time, if I think about warmth, I feel warm. Maybe this world corresponds to my thoughts? I wouldn't want to admit that I'm completely empty. I'm not the reason everything had disappeared, right? Can't I just adapt and get used to having nothing around me since I can't do anything about it? Are you ready to make your order? Yes, that's right. I shouldn't care. It's empty here, and it makes me feel neither good nor bad. I'm all alone, but at the same time, it feels like I'm not. There are a lot of thoughts in my head, they always keep me entertained. I can create a whole world with them. This place is safe and nothing bad will happen here. Nothing good will happen either, though. Being here is a waste of time. I don't feel the void. I'm a part of it. This strips me of the last bit of hope for salvation. I shouldn't care. It's empty here, and it makes me feel neither good nor bad. It's nobody's fault that I can't even see a door here. What's the point of having one? What's the point in having one? I feel like nobody's helping me. They should feel ashamed. I wouldn't want to admit it, but I'm all alone here. I can't do anything about it. Please note that we have a special offer right now. 4 pizzas for the price of 2. I don't care that this place is empty here. I feel neither good nor bad. I'm all alone. My head is full of thoughts. They eclipse the world around me. The space is pretty cramped, but at least it's safe. Even though I'll never feel good here. Does that mean existing is a waste of time? I need to decide, and my thoughts will help me. They'll lead me to the exit, and I'll be able to feel proud of myself. I'll be able to save myself. At the same time, I don't really care anymore. This place is empty, but it makes me feel neither good nor bad. I'm alone, but my head is full of thoughts, a whole world, one might say. If I try hard enough, I'll be able to fill all the void around me. Still, no matter how much I keep thinking, my surroundings don't change. Yes, something happened outside of my head, but what was it? There's not enough space for my thoughts. It's already filled with something else. Even if there's nothing around me, I'm still here. And my head is full of thoughts. If I try hard enough. So the world isn't empty after all. I can't see anything. Session timeout. Please reload the page. Okay. There we go. That's the let's see, what's the achievement for that one? That's the friend ending. Are we friends? So that's what friendship's like. Okay, that was kind of annoying that OBS was being kind of cringe, so I had to redo that ending. Okay. It's time for the next ending. Okay, so for the next ending, we skip the first death again. And this time we have to collect all the fireflies. So let's just go from left to right and collect all of them. Yay! Everything is fine. Don't you see it? Another terrible morning. Ooh, why is my face always so stupid? I wonder what the others at school will think. Well, it's not that I care too much. I just don't want to be branded a loser on my first day. Cheer up, there's nothing wrong with looking different. That's not what defines you after all. Hey, hurry up. Yes, Mom. Oh. Don't ever buy no weed from no gas station. I'm sorry. It's just whenever I see eyes that are displaced, it always reminds me of that video. Another terrible morning. Boo, why is my face always so stupid? I wonder what the others at school will think. Well, it's not that I care too much. I just don't want to be branded a loser on my first day. Cheer up, there's nothing wrong with looking different. That's not what defines you after all. Hey, hurry up. Yes, Mom. Whoa. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, it's a pretty terrible morning indeed. I definitely had a terrible morning when my face was gone. Oh, our hair is branching out now. Oh, hey. Oh. That's pretty cool. I didn't know eyeballs could do that. Oh shit! It's fucking hold on, what's his name? Hold on. Let me look. I gotta look it up. It's hold on. It's fucking Kokushibo from Demon Slayer, dude. Kokushibo. It's the first upper moon. Not supposed to be a funny ending. It's not supposed to be funny at all, but I just can't. I can't help myself. I'm sorry. Oh, that's well. I wonder how many more things we have. Ah, good morning. I feel wonderful today. Can't wait for my first day of school. Hey, hurry up. Yes, Mom. How ominous. I was kind of half expecting one of those, like, I guess, iterations to just be, like, her in the mirror, like, looking straight towards us. That would have been freaky deaky. Okay, well, that's that ending. Well, let me just really quickly read the achievement. Yeah, everything is fine. Don't you see? The achievement picture is the headless version. Okay, so next ending, we have to trigger the laptop dialogue and then get 2 other fireflies, and that's it. Yeah, so do the laptop dialogue and then just get the other fireflies, and then we have to do the second death cutscene. Is anyone there? Was anyone there? Uh-oh. I wake up lying on the cold floor in the center of a cramped room. I look around without standing up. There's no furniture, just naked walls and a single door. I can hear muffled sounds coming from the other side of it. Scary sounds. I hug my knees and wrap myself in my sweater. Like it's the blanket. It's no use, I'm chilled to the bone. The room is pretty spacious, but I still can't shake the feeling that I'm trapped inside a suffocating casket, and the faint blue glow that sneaks in through the keyhole only adds to that feeling. Do I want to know what's outside? As if on cue, an inhuman roar comes from the other side of the door. It becomes louder and louder, more and more distinct with every passing second. Somebody or something is getting closer. I curl into a ball, trying to take up as little space as possible. Maybe I can become invisible or become smaller in some miraculous way. In the meantime, the howl becomes unbearably loud, but only for a moment. Then it sheepishly backs off until I can't hear it anymore. I finally decide to stand up. After I do that, I hear another strange sound. It's coming from right above me now. The ceiling moves upward, squeaking. Small debris is falling on my head. I squint a little, then raise my hand, trying to touch the ceiling, but it suddenly starts to rise quicker and instantly disappears into darkness. I'm not in a casket anymore. Well, it wasn't exactly a casket now. It was a well in the form of a casket. The room becomes darker and colder. I'll have to do something at some point. Hours pass. I frantically run from one wall to another, delirious. The walls run away from me, making the already spacious room even bigger. In the end, I stand amidst endless darkness, and the only door is watching me with its eye. I kept purposely avoiding it. I could sometimes hear horrifying rustles and howls on the outside. However, now I don't even have a choice anymore. I slowly come up to the door and reach out toward it. As expected, the door also moves away from me. I continue moving forward with my hand stretched out. I don't want to lose the only source of light in this pitch black darkness. At some point, I get tired of sneaking up on the door. It's like it's some wild animal, so I lunge at it, trying to grab the handle. However, At the last moment, the door whizzes away and I fall to the cold floor, unable to keep my balance. It hurts. Stupid door, stupid nasty cursed door, I hate you, I hate you. I scream at the top of my lungs. I finally let out all the despair that I had bottled up. I slowly realize how horrible the situation I ended up in is. No, 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 no. I don't stop screaming for a moment, because I'm scared to end up in complete silence. If the reality around me disappears, my twisted imagination will take over. And the realest thing I have right now is my voice. Hey, I can hear you. A voice coming from the other side of the door. I'm here, come closer. I scream thrice as hard as before. I scream until my throat hurts, until my ears start buzzing. My biggest wish right now is to keep in touch with that person, whoever they are. Hey, where are you? I rush toward the door, stumbling on the way. I keep running for a minute, for 10 minutes, but the door isn't even an inch closer. At the same time, the distance between us haven't grown either, which means I match it in speed. I just need to make one final push. I gather the last bit of strength I have and push my legs off the ground. That jump feels like an eternity. I stretch out my hand, almost touching the scratchy wood. I dive face first onto the ground with ridiculous speed. I slide at least 30 more feet, like that thanks to inertia, leaving behind a bloody trail. My hand is still outstretched, trying to grab empty space. Tears stream down my face, making the numerous scratches burn. I try to wipe them, but I scream and yank my hand away the moment I touch my face. My lips and nose are now a mushy mess. Somebody help! The other side of the door is completely silent. The silence reigns for an excruciatingly long time. However, at some point, that silent torture ends. Hey, I can see you. I try to reply, but stifled whimpers come out of my throat instead of words. Are you hurt? Yes, yes! I stand up from my knees, despite continuing to cry. I take a couple of deep breaths and start running again. I keep running for hours. I feel like the door is closer to me by an inch or two now. I almost let myself stop for rest at that, though. I can't rest. I'll catch up to it sooner or later. The voice from the other side of the door keeps asking me how I feel. I let out heavy, ragged breaths in reply. I'll fall from exhaustion if I utter even a single word. Still, I'm thankful to them and don't want them to become silent. After another hour passes, I barely scratch the handle with my nails. I'm almost there. I'm so scared. Why aren't you doing anything? Why are they doing this to me? Don't they understand how painful this is for me? Almost. There. You're scaring me. Go away. Rage fills my brain. I ignore the pain in my bones and channel all my strength into one final jump. No! Go away! I firmly grasp the handle and open the door. Blinding light hits my eyes. I lose the ground beneath my feet and start falling. I'm lying face down in grass. I smell water, earth, and the dampness of the night. And grass, of course. The wind tickles the back of my head. It howls and jumps around restlessly. Lying down like this is unpleasant and rude when nature is so alive around me with sounds and I'm pretty sure colors too. I stand up, full of anticipation. I see an endless field, a clear sky without a single star, and a pale moon somewhere very, very far away. I shake my head and try to focus my eyes on anything, but to no avail. My surroundings are just too vast. I feel dizzy. Bam! I'm lying in the thick wet grass again, but this time I'm looking at the darkness of a night sky instead of just darkness. Is there any real difference though? The wind howls. It's clearly upset, but what can I do about it? I hear an indiscernible echo coming from far away. A wolf? Or someone else? Does it even matter? I'm in the grass. Nobody can see me. Ooh. The echo draws closer and closer. At some point, I realize that it's not a wolf. I jump up and start turning my head in a panic. Where is that sound coming from? I haven't said that out loud, but got an instant reply. Ooh! Hey, I can hear you. My voice runs across the field, mixing with the rustle of the grass and the howls of the wind. It feels like it's about to get absorbed by them, but... Ooh! Hey, where are you? Ooh! I can't understand where I should run to, and if I should run at all. Somebody clearly wants me to find and help them. Maybe they're hurt? The grass tickles my heels while I drag my feet in the direction where I think the sound is coming from. It's just, there's not a single tree or stone around. Only an endlessly wide field. I hear a resounding, painful scream. I shut my eyes and cover my ears. I suddenly feel scared. The screams turns into a cry. I carefully raise my head, still scared to death. Somewhere very far away among the thick grass, I spot a silhouette. Just a small black spot, but... Hey, I can see you. The silhouette doesn't move, but the sound is definitely coming from its direction. No, it's not a scream, more like a whisper or a wheeze. Ooh! Are you hurt? No reaction again, just muffled sounds. Maybe it's the wind going mad, and the black spot is just a stone or a tree? I walk away, disappointed. 100 steps, 200 steps. Then I turn around. Surprisingly, the spot hasn't become smaller. I start jogging. The grass is no longer tickling me, it's flipping my ankles, leaving cuts. Feeling of panic and unexplainable dread grow inside me. A stone or tree? Why the hell is this field endless? I don't turn around anymore. I know that it's chasing me. The sounds reaching my ears become even stranger, louder, and more distinct. The wind is bullying me too, huh? Isn't that right? That's the case, right? Finally, I stop. I ran out of breath. I'm at the brink of dying. At least I think so. Ooh. The horrifying voice is coming right from behind me. I turn around instinctively and, for some reason, try to shield my face, but end up losing balance and falling to the ground. The grass replies with a nasty, cackling rustle. Ooh, I've had enough. I spring up. The silhouette is still there, at the same distance as before. It's standing there, without moving an inch. I'm scared here, you know. Why won't you do anything? The silhouette trembles, then starts slowly gliding towards me, followed by the new sounds, wheezes, moans. Fear shackles me. I can only stand and watch the approaching black spot. My lips are parched. I speak in a voice I don't recognize. You're scaring me. Go away. Uh-oh. After that, the spot expands rapidly, and, in the blink of an eye, most of the sky and field is consumed by the sticky, cold darkness. Paralysis finally lets my body go, and I immediately sprint away. Ooh. I run so fast that the grass turns into dark green mush under my feet. I slip. I slip up, fall, run again. Ooh. No, 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 no. Ooh. No! Go away! An unknown force turns my head with a crunching sound, and the darkness consumes everything. I wake up on the cold floor in the center of a cramped room. I look around without standing up. There's no furniture, just naked walls. Oh my god, that was long. What the hell, man? That was a long ending. I'm losing my voice from talking. That was a long ending. That one was interesting. Okay. Well, there is one more ending to get. And then we will be done with this game. So, one more. And I'll see you there. Dude, this game does not like being alt-tabbed. I think that's the problem. If you alt-tab, this game will fucking haunt your OBS. It'll inflict it with a paranormal curse. Okay, anyways. Final ending time. So basically, don't get the first... I think it cut out what I said. So basically, just don't get the first death. Don't get all the fireflies. Don't go to the balcony. Bob's your uncle. Don't get the phone either. I look down. Please make it stop, is what the achievement says. I wake up and immediately almost lose consciousness from horror. A thin metal stairway snakes around a giant column, disappearing into the darkness. I press myself into the cold wall and pray that I freeze into it. This feeling... I know I've spent a couple of hours or days here, but I don't know how high the column is, and I don't know whether I'm going up or down. A billion pounds of concrete and a million miles of emptiness. It's impossible to stay sane when you're near cosmic numbers like that. Looking at them, touching them, even thinking of them makes me feel unimaginable horror. It was just a matter of time before my short term here will end. My mind will melt and my body will turn to dust. The wall's coarse surface scratches my face. The steps under my feet hum from the wind, eager to escape the concrete's clutches and dive into the abyss along with me. But I'll stay here. I'll stay here without going anywhere. I won't even open my mouth. My every word will be swallowed up by the abyss. I won't take a single step. Why would I? To find out where the stairway abruptly ends? It's all meaningless. Many units of time pass, but I'm still unmoving. My whole body is trembling, but then I realize it's the whole space around me that's trembling. It can't wait to destroy me. I can't wait bad. Maybe I should gather my will and at least turn my head. That thought doesn't stay in my head for long. It's torn out with inhuman force, unaware of what's about to happen. I slowly turn my whole body with a squeak. No, this is not what I wanted. Don't! Oh, shit. Amongst the silence sings a lonely colossus, unmoving. Until the music stops, the bridge across the dark abyss cannot be seen. Uh-oh. Oppressive, thick, sticky air drives itself into my ears, silencing my thoughts with a haphazard string of words while I watch the scene before me unfolds. Hundreds of giant concrete structures just like mine spread in tidy rows, endlessly in all directions. Stairways wrap around them like vines. There, at the end of this world, there's a person smiling. This world still exists, but all that makes it both exists and not. I try to erect a mind block, but to no avail. My brain is already at the mercy of the super creature. A moment passes and I realize that my body doesn't belong to me either anymore. My legs start moving on their own. The only thing I can do is choose a direction, up, down, or... The crowd notices blood on Wozek's hands. He runs away. Mendel appears. He has nothing human about him, apart from his excessive grace and hidden elegance. He walks out to the center of the stage. First act begins. Foreign thoughts become even more incoherent. There's less and less space for my own. Do you feel the connection to your body clearly, or does it still cause confusion and fear? If you've been living through that fear a lot recently, how did it manifest exactly? Answer honestly, don't hide anything. I decided to descend. You can have a sneaking suspicion that something is wrong because your path has changed. Maybe you started talking in a wrong way or made some sort of mistake. If so, start getting used to your new life. Try creating imagery that would instill the feeling that everything is as it should be, and, with time, it will create a new order inside you. I don't doubt that you're going through some hard times, but you have to make sacrifices. Grow up. Only then you'll be able to obtain the meaning of life. Do you get it? Try that if you find it important. Every passing day is a precious gift. If you share a piece of that gift with the world even once, it'll seem like a speck of dust. Do you get it? No, I'm sorry. I won't get that then. Do you get it? Do you get it? Do you get it? Yes, even you get it. When you notice how people look at themselves in the mirror, when you look at your own reflection and realize that it exists in reality, do you understand how exactly it exists? Oh, okay. Milk, outside a bag of milk, outside a bag of milk. Whoa! Okay. What a cool game. Or games, right? Can't forget milk inside a bag of milk, inside a bag of milk. Let me think for a little bit about all the stuff I saw, and then I can discuss. Okay. So what an interesting game, to say the least. So obviously, you know, can I? No? Okay. I was trying to see if I could exit out of full screen. Anyways, so obviously, both games, the main kind of, or the main focus point is the, you know, the discussion of social anxiety and how that affects somebody. Maybe not social anxiety is the right word I'm thinking, or maybe it's not the right thing specifically, but just like the thought of when you're outside and the things that people say or what you think people will say and think about you, you know? I think there's like an actual better term for that, but I'm just going to say social anxiety. But I think there is like an actual proper word for it. I just don't know it off the top of my head. Other than that, what else can we think about both games, right? Not just this game, but both games. Well, the first game isn't super in-depth, or not in-depth, but super long. Like I said, the first game definitely just focuses more on just the whole, you know, our character is, you know, very clearly suffering from some sort of, like I said, I don't know what the actual thing is, but I'm just gonna say some kind of, you know, like very obvious mental disorder that causes them to have issues with going outside and interacting with people because they, you know, very, very clearly make preconceived notions and have a fear of being seen and being looked at, you know. There is I forget what that actual fear is called, but there is a fear of like being watched, you know, or being looked at. And you see it in like this game, right? In the intro cutscene with like all the shadowy figures in their eyes staring at the main character, you know. But that's just, you know, one part of it. I want to say, so I think I'm not like super qualified to talk about these things, so I feel like what I might say could come off as disrespectful. So I'm just going to do my best to, I'm going to do my best is what I'm going to do my best to talk about, okay? To talk about this game, to talk about these games and what's going on, or what I think is going on and what they mean, right? It's probably an objective answer, but I'm just going to do my own subjective answer. So another important factor with these games that we see is, I guess, our player character, right? The sort of, I guess, cricket and, you know, the consciousness cricket inside Milk-Tan or Milk-Chan. I saw in one of the guides. Someone's mentioning me on Discord. Don't worry about those noises. I think I saw one of the guys they called her Milk-Tan or Milk-Chan. So that's our main character's name. So the little voice, right, inside our main character's head that, you know, that she talks with. Now that voice could be honestly a multitude of things. It could just be, you know, just her inner thoughts, right? How do I say it? Even though the game presents our main character as clearly having, you know, like a mental disorder or some problem that she got prescribed pills for, just because we have like you know, we're playing as like a voice inside of her head doesn't mean that that voice inside her head is a mental disorder. Does that make sense? It's kind of tricky, right? Because for me, like me personally, like I can very easily, you know, have a discussion with my own inner thoughts, right? I can create like a character in my head and have a talk with them, right? I've done it before and I can do it again. It's not hard for me. I know for some people it's actually hard for them to like imagine things in their head, like aphantasia, I think that's what it's called. Like if they can't imagine an apple in their head if you told them to, or imagine that apple being red. So point is, okay, anyways, point is that the character, the, like, I guess we'll call them like the inner Milk-Chan, we'll just go Milk-Chan. The inner Milk-Chan is not like a, you know, some weird like you know, like dissociative identity disorder or like disassociation or anything like that. I think that the inner mind, you know, the inner mind and inner Milk-Chan character is I think just the main character's way of helping her cope with the silence, right, the loneliness. And also with her decisions, right? So, what else can we say about our character? I guess our family, right? Now, what's interesting is in the first game, it's mentioned that the dad was, well, not was, but the dad is dead. That they fell outside of a window and died. But in this game, the death of the father isn't mentioned whatsoever. The father is mentioned, but not their death. So that makes me curious as to, you know, what's going on there. Honestly, the intro of the game is just a bit interesting to think about, right? So, you know, we have like all the shadowy figures with eyes staring at Milk-chan. And, you know, obviously those, you know, like I said, that's supposed to represent just like, you know, her fear of being seen, right? So on and so forth. And then we see, you know, Mother with that like spooky kind of like, I guess, baby face. I don't know, like the face that they that is used for the mother kind of runs it like a doll, right? Like a baby doll. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Whatever. The mother's face we see, and you know, she grabs Milk-chan and injects her with venom and grabs her throat. What does it mean? And then the mother tells her not to drink milk. Okay. So what does it mean? So it could mean a few things. One, we know that there's a bunch of milk cartons in Milk-chan's room, right? That's, you know, when you're doing the point and click section and you hover over to the boxes underneath the sink, they'll like glitch out. And I think those are supposed to be milk cartons. So what I think it means is potentially, or not potentially, so how do I say? It's obvious that, or at least to me, it feels like what's obvious is that what we're looking at is abuse. Because we see the intro and the description of, you know, the mother monster shadow thing grabbing Milk-chan's neck, right? And then injecting, you know, her with her big finger stinger. But when you do the first death cutscene, you also see Milk-chan's neck getting, you know, hands around her neck, right? In the first death cutscene, you see her neck getting choked out again. So to me, that, you know, that's obviously trying to showcase some form of abuse occurring in the house, right? The mother, or maybe the father, or what, you know, whoever, probably, I think it's just the mother, is abusive. Now, what does milk have to do with it? I don't know. I don't know. I guess it could be that maybe because of the medication that Milk-chan is taking, that drinking milk would, you know, not work well with some of those pills, and so the mother is trying to force her to, you know, the mother is trying to prevent her from drinking milk, but she keeps doing it. And out of like a fit of rage, the mother decides to just choke her out of, maybe what it could be is that one day Milk-chan, you know, drank a carton of milk, and the mother saw that, but not, you know, being a good mother, she chokes her to like make her vomit out the milk, maybe. I don't know. That's just an idea. Maybe it's right or wrong. I don't know. Or maybe it's partially right or fully wrong. I don't know. So there's that. Another thing to talk about, I guess, with the social anxiety, right, was the story with the laptop, right? The, you know, Milk-chan making an online friend, and then how when in the second death, when she's falling from the balcony and she's talking about how, you know, she didn't really know anything about her friend, right? His username was whatever, his picture was whatever, right? Just like a basic anonymous, you know, Joe Schmo you'd meet online. But Milk-chan spilled her whole life to this person, right? Told him things that she's never told anyone. And in response, that person made a bunch of bots and basically cyberbullied her, right? Harassed her. So that, I think, is also just something important to think of when it comes to Milk-chan's like social anxiety and loneliness. And yeah, I feel like that's a better word than social anxiety. Like there's an actual medical term, but I don't know it. So maybe I'm right. Maybe I'm overthinking, or maybe it is social anxiety. I'm trying to like overthink like a scientific fancy word to say instead of just saying social anxiety. So I don't know. I guess the second question as well is, what are the other pills, right? Because there's like a few of them. My guess is, you know, obviously one of them is probably like anxiety meds. Another one is most likely antidepressants. I don't know what any of the others could be. I'm not very familiar with I'm not really familiar with pills that are, you know, with like medicinal pills that are given for mental disorders other than just like anti-anxiety meds and antidepressants and antipsychotics. Those are like the only three that I know of. I don't know if there's any others. Could one of those pills be antipsychotics? Maybe. I mean, as we saw, Milk-chan has some very, very vivid dreams, so it could be that she experiences hallucinations. I think she did mention hallucinating one time, but I don't remember in one of the dialogue. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's so much to say about this game, but I'm just so like just ignorant of like the type of things that are spoken about in this game that I really don't know what to say other than what I just said. So I don't know. I think I'll just, you know, I said what I said. This game's really cool. I really enjoyed my time with it. I can see why these games are, you know, considered really good. So yeah, I enjoyed it, and I thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it too. Bye-bye.